12 dangerous airport mistakes seniors keep making. Don't repeat them. Seniors, listen carefully, because these 12 airport mistakes might seem small, but they can ruin your trip, cost you hundreds of dollars, or even get you stopped at security. And the worst part? Most travelers over 60 are still making them without even realizing it. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal the most dangerous airport mistakes seniors keep repeating and how you can avoid them so your journey stays stress-free. Trust me, you don't want to learn these lessons the hard way. Mistake number 1, arriving too late at the airport. Picture this: you're a senior traveler, excited for your long-awaited trip. The taxi drops you off and you think, I'll be fine. My flight is in YT for another hour and a half. You walk inside, confident that everything will go smoothly. But here is the reality seniors often overlook. Airports today are not like they were 20 years ago. Security lines stretch endlessly, self-check-in kiosks malfunction, agents move slower during peak hours. And if you're carrying medications, mobility aids, or extra bags, every step takes longer than you expected. Now imagine this. You're stuck behind a family with 3 strollers at security. Time is ticking. By the time you finally make it through, your gate is on the opposite end of the terminal. Suddenly, that 1.5-hour buffer feels like nothing. You're rushing, heart pounding, bags dragging, maybe even breaking into a light sweat. And the worst part? The gate doors close exactly 10 minutes before departure, whether you're standing there or not. For younger travelers, sprinting across the terminal might be possible. But for seniors, that rushed panic can be overwhelming, stressful, and even dangerous. And when you finally reach the gate, only to watch the plane pull away without you, the heartbreak is unforgettable. You're left stranded, forced to rebook, pay extra fees, or even miss the event or reunion you were flying for in the first place. The painful truth? Most seniors still underestimate airport timing, thinking the old rules apply. But in today's travel world, arriving late is one of the costliest mistakes you can make. Airlines won't wait, no matter your age, no matter your story. The solution is simple but powerful. Give yourself at least 3 full hours for international flights and 2 hours minimum for domestic ones. Think of it as buying peace of mind, extra time for unexpected delays, restroom breaks, or even a calm cup of coffee before boarding. Because the alternative is standing at a closed gate filled with regret. Mistake number 2, carrying the wrong medications at security. You're standing in the security line, boarding pass in hand, carry-on rolling beside you. In your personal bag, you've carefully packed all your medications, blood pressure pills, insulin, or maybe a few pain relievers you don't leave home without. To you, they're harmless. To TSA officers, they're potential red flags. Here's the unsettling truth most seniors don't realize. Certain medications, even common ones, can trigger extra screening if they're not labeled, properly packed, or declared. Imagine this moment. Your bag slides through the scanner, and suddenly an officer pulls it aside. They unzip it slowly, pull out a small unlabeled pill container, and glance at you with suspicion. Now you're being asked questions in front of strangers. What's this? Do you have a prescription? Why isn't this in its original packaging? Even though you're completely innocent, your heart rate spikes. People are watching. The line behind you grows longer. That little mistake of transferring pills into a travel box just to save space has now painted you as suspicious. For some seniors, it gets even worse. Liquid medications over 3.4 ounces, instantly flagged. Insulin not packed with proper documentation, pulled aside. Even harmless vitamins in a baggie can cause delays, confusion, or embarrassment at the checkpoint. And here's the cruel irony. In trying to stay organized and efficient, you may have made yourself less prepared in the eyes of airport security. The fix? Always carry medications in their original labeled containers, keep a doctor's note for anything unusual, and pack them in a clear plastic bag so officers can see them right away. Because when it comes to airports, even the smallest pill can cause the biggest problems. Mistake number 3, wearing the wrong shoes through security. You've dressed comfortably for your flight, maybe sneakers with tight laces or a pair of sturdy boots you trust for walking long distances. You feel prepared. But as you reach the front of the TSA line, the officer points, "Shoes off, please." Suddenly, what felt like a simple step turns into a struggle. You bend down, fumbling with stubborn laces, balancing awkwardly on one foot, the line of impatient travelers growing behind you. Maybe your back aches or your knees don't bend the way they used to. By the time you finally tug the shoes off, your pulse is racing and you haven't even gotten to the scanner yet. Now imagine this. You place those shoes in the bin, shuffle through security in your socks, and when it's time to put them back on, the pressure is worse. You're bent over, bags slipping from your shoulder, people passing you, and an officer watching closely. The stress alone can make you feel like you've done something wrong, even when you haven't. For seniors, the wrong footwear isn't just inconvenient, it's a trigger for embarrassment, discomfort, and even suspicion. TSA officers are trained to notice travelers who take too long at checkpoints. The longer you fumble, the more attention you draw. And in the airport, attention is the last thing you want. The solution? Slip-on shoes or lightweight sneakers with easy zippers or Velcro. Shoes you can remove and put back on in seconds. Not only does it keep the line moving, it saves you from the awkwardness, the stares, and the unnecessary stress that can turn a simple checkpoint into a humiliating ordeal. Because at the airport, sometimes the biggest mistake isn't what you packed, it is what you put on your feet. Mistake number 4, forgetting to pack snacks or water alternatives. At first, it doesn't sound serious. You think, I'll just grab something at the airport. But for seniors, this is one of the most underestimated mistakes. Airport food is not only overpriced, it's unpredictable. Long lines, closed stalls, or menus filled with items you can't eat because of dietary restrictions. Now imagine being stuck in a terminal with nothing suitable. Your blood sugar dips, your energy crashes, and suddenly the journey feels 10 times harder. Some seniors even skip meals to wait for the flight, only to realize in the air that food isn't tea-free anymore, and what S for sale doesn't tea-suit their health. By then, it's too late. Even worse, dehydration sneaks up faster on older travelers. TSA rules don't allow water bottles through, and many seniors don't realize how easily air travel dries them out. A simple mistake, not packing a refillable water bottle, can leave you tired, dizzy, or uncomfortable before the plane even takes off. The irony? While you're paying $6 for a tiny bottle of water inside the terminal, the traveler who remembered a collapsible refillable bottle is sitting comfortably, hydrated, and stress-free. The smart move? Always pack a small stash of safe snacks, granola bars, nuts, crackers, and carry an empty refillable bottle to fill after security. Because hunger and dehydration don't just make the trip miserable, they make it dangerous. And this mistake, seniors still make every single day. Mistake number 5, carrying too much cash. Many seniors still believe cash is the safest way to travel. After all, it's what worked for decades. No swiping, no cards declining, no hidden fees. But at airports today, carrying large amounts of cash is one of the riskiest mistakes you can make. Here's why. TSA officers don't technically ban cash, but they're trained to notice it. A wallet stuffed with bills, or worse, envelopes of cash tucked inside a bag, instantly raises questions. Why is this passenger traveling with so much money? Is it legal? Is it suspicious? Even if it's your hard-earned savings, the sight of it can land you in a private screening room, answering questions you never expected. And it's not just security. Pickpockets and thieves look for easy targets, and unfortunately, seniors with visible cash become exactly that. One wrong moment at a busy checkpoint or crowded gate, and suddenly the money you depended on is gone. No refund, no insurance, just regret. The heartbreaking stories are endless. Seniors losing vacation funds in a single moment, stranded at their destination with no way to pay, all because they thought carrying cash was safer. The solution is smarter. Carry only a small amount of cash for emergencies, but rely on a mix of credit cards, debit cards, or even a prepaid travel card. Not only does this keep you safe, it makes you look less suspicious at security. Because in today's travel world, too much cash doesn't protect you. It paints a target on your back. Mistake number 6, ignoring mobility needs. Until it's too late. Many seniors tell themselves, I don't need special help, I can manage. Out of pride or habit, they skip requesting wheelchair assistance, golf cart rides, or early boarding. At first, it feels like independence, but inside a modern airport, that choice quickly turns into regret. Airports today are massive, terminals stretched across what feels like miles. Moving walkways break down, escalators are packed, and by the time you've walked from check-in to your gate, your legs ache and your energy is gone. For some, that exhaustion means missing the flight entirely because the gate closed before they arrived. Security only adds to the struggle. Standing in long lines without support, juggling bags, and bending down for shoes or laptops takes a toll. Officers may not notice your discomfort, but your body does. Shortness of breath, a racing heartbeat, or sudden fatigue in the middle of a crowded line is more than just stressful. It can be dangerous. And here's the sad irony. Help was always available. Airports provide wheelchairs, priority lines, and staff assistance for seniors at no extra cost, but too many travelers wait until they're already in pain to ask. By then, the damage is done. The smart move is simple. Request assistance the moment you book your ticket, or at least at check-in. Using these services isn't weakness, it's strategy. Because at the airport, the biggest mistake isn't needing help, it's pretending you don't. Mistake number 7, forgetting to organize travel documents properly. One of the biggest stress points for seniors at airports isn't security checks or baggage weight, it's paperwork. Passports, boarding passes, IDs, medical papers, hotel confirmations. The list goes on. And yet many seniors still make the mistake of stuffing these important items in random pockets, handbags, or even deep inside their carry-on. Here's what usually happens. You finally reach the front of the check-in line, the agent asks for your passport, and suddenly, panic. You're digging through your bag, flipping open folders, unzipping compartments while the people behind you sigh loudly. Your heart starts to race. The more time you take, the more flustered you get. And to the agent or TSA officer watching, your fumbling looks suspicious even if you've done nothing wrong. Now imagine this happening again at security. The officer asks for your ID. You're searching, pulling out receipts, coins, or even medications before finding it. In that moment, you've drawn unwanted attention. TSA officers are trained to spot disorganization as a red flag. To them, it could mean nervousness, distraction, or even an attempt to hide something. The worst case? Important documents accidentally left behind. It happens more than people realize. A passport set on a counter and forgotten. A boarding pass misplaced between pages of a magazine. For seniors traveling internationally, this isn't just stressful. It can mean denied boarding, missed flights, or hours of paperwork to fix. The fix is simple but powerful. Invest in a travel document organizer. A slim pouch or wallet that keeps your passport, ID, tickets, and medical papers in one place, easy to grab at every checkpoint. Keep it in a dedicated pocket of your personal item, not floating loosely in your bag. Because at the airport, a few seconds of searching can feel like an eternity. And this small mistake has ruined trips for countless seniors who thought, "I'll be fine." Mistake number 8, packing medications the wrong way. For many seniors, medications are non-negotiable. Blood pressure pills, insulin, heart medicine, missing even a single dose can throw the entire trip into chaos. Yet one of the most common airport mistakes is packing those medications the wrong way, either in checked luggage or tossed loosely into a bag without labels. Here's the harsh truth. Checked luggage gets delayed, rerouted, or even lost every single day. If your essential medicine is inside that suitcase, you were suddenly stranded without it, sometimes in a foreign country where replacements are hard to find, or impossible without a doctor's prescription. What starts as a small oversight can quickly turn into a medical emergency at 30,000 feet or on the first night of your vacation. But even in carry-ons, there's a problem. Many seniors still use pill organizers to save space. TSA agents see those unlabeled pills, and instantly questions begin. What is this? Where's the prescription? Is it legal? Even if it's perfectly harmless, confusion leads to delays, extra screening, or in some cases, confiscation. Imagine standing in line, your health on the line, while an officer decides whether your medicine stays with you. The solution is clear. Always pack medications in your personal item bag, not in checked luggage, and keep them in their original labeled bottles or blister packs. Carry a doctor's note or prescription list, especially for international flights, and never wait until boarding to pull them out. Keep them within arm's reach. Because at the airport, forgetting how you packed your medicine isn't just inconvenient, It's a mistake that could cost you your health, your trip, and your peace of mind. Mistake number 9. Wearing the wrong shoes through the airport shoes seems simple. Most seniors think, I'll just wear what's comfortable. But at airports, the wrong footwear becomes one of the most frustrating mistakes you can make. Here's the problem. Security checkpoints in most airports still require you to remove your shoes. Thick boots, shoes with complicated laces, or sandals that don't slip off easily turn this into a struggle. Bending down, balancing on one leg, or rushing because the line behind you is growing impatient is not only stressful, it can be physically dangerous. Every year, seniors lose balance in security lines, stumble, or even fall while trying to remove or put back on their shoes. And that's only half the story. Airports today are massive. A gate change could mean walking 20 minutes across endless terminals. Shoes that feel fine at home start pinching, rubbing, or causing blisters halfway through the journey. By the time you board, your feet are aching, swollen, and every step feels heavier. For seniors with circulation issues, diabetes, or arthritis, that pain can escalate into a medical problem. Swelling, cramps, or even the risk of blood clots during the flight. The irony? A simple choice of footwear could have prevented all of it. The smartest option is lightweight slip-on shoes with good support, the kind you can remove and wear again within seconds, without needing to bend awkwardly or tie endless laces. Pair them with compression socks if you're prone to swelling, and you've solved 2 problems at once. Comfort for walking miles inside the terminal, and health for sitting hours on the plane. Because at the airport, shoes aren't just part of your outfit. They're the difference between walking confidently to your gate or regretting every painful step. Mistake number 10. Ignoring layers and wearing just one heavy outfit. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is dressing in a single heavy outfit, like a thick sweater, coat, or jacket, thinking it will keep them warm on the plane. But airports and airplanes are unpredictable environments. One moment you're freezing under blasting AC, the next you're sweating from rushing across a crowded terminal. And when you're stuck in just one heavy layer, you have no flexibility. Here's where the real problem starts. Thick jackets are a nightmare at security checkpoints. You'll almost always be asked to remove them, fold them, and place them in a bin. Seniors juggling a jacket, shoes, bags, and boarding passes often feel flustered and rushed, and that stress makes you stand out to TSA officers. Even once you're past security, that bulky jacket becomes dead weight. It takes up precious carry-on space, is awkward to carry, and can leave you uncomfortably warm before boarding. But the worst part comes mid-flight. Airplane cabins have unpredictable temperatures. If you're stuck in a single thick sweater, you'll either be shivering because it's not warm enough, or sweating because it's too hot. For seniors, sudden temperature changes can trigger stiffness, joint pain, and even colds. And since movement is already limited in cramped seats, discomfort quickly turns into misery. The smarter strategy is layering. Start with a light, breathable base layer, add a soft cardigan or fleece, and keep a compact jacket or shawl handy. This way, you can adjust your comfort instantly without fumbling or overheating. Plus, lighter layers are easier to handle at security and won't leave you struggling with oversized clothing at the gate. At the airport, clothing isn't just about style, it's about control. Layers give you that control, keeping you comfortable, mobile, and stress-free through every unpredictable stage of your journey. Mistake number 11. Forgetting to pack. Essential medications in the personal bag. This mistake has ruined more trips for seniors than almost anything else. Too many travelers pack their daily medicines inside checked luggage, thinking it will be more convenient or save space. But once that suitcase is handed over at check-in, it's out of your control. And if that bag gets delayed, rerouted, or even lost, you're suddenly without life-sustaining medication. For seniors managing heart conditions, blood pressure, diabetes, or arthritis, even missing a single dose can trigger serious consequences. Imagine landing in a different city, or worse, a different country, without the pills you rely on every day. Pharmacies might not carry your exact prescription. Local doctors may not accept foreign insurance. In some places, replacing medicine without a prescription is nearly impossible. Hours of scrambling and panic can turn into days of health risks. Even when bags arrive safely, there's another hidden risk: mid-flight emergencies. Long flights can trigger blood pressure spikes, joint pain, or unexpected headaches. If your medication is locked in the cargo hold, it's useless to you when you need it most. And on an airplane, medical help is limited. The smart move is simple. Always keep essential medications in your personal bag, not your carry-on, not your checked luggage. Use a clearly labeled pill organizer, bring extra doses in case of delays, and keep a copy of your prescription handy. That small preparation can mean the difference between a smooth trip and a medical crisis. For seniors, forgetting to do this isn't just a minor mistake. It makes a dangerous gamble with your health. Mistake number 12, not allowing enough time at the airport. One of the most common and most dangerous mistakes seniors make is underestimating how much time they actually need at the airport. Many think, I'll arrive 60 to 90 minutes before. That's always been enough. But airports today are not what they used to be. Security lines are longer. Boarding gates are spread out across massive terminals. And unexpected delays and slow check-in systems, additional screening, or even elevator congestion can eat up precious minutes. For seniors, who may walk more slowly, need restroom breaks, or require assistance, those few extra minutes disappear faster than you realize. The real danger isn't just missing your flight, it's the stress. Rushing through a terminal while carrying bags, skipping meals, or running short of breath can push your body beyond its limits. Elevated blood pressure, fatigue, or even sudden dizziness are all real risks. What should have been a smooth journey turns into a frantic race against the clock, where mistakes multiply and health suffers. The irony is, most of this stress is avoidable. By arriving at least 2.5 to 3 hours early, seniors give themselves a safety buffer. Extra time means you can move at your own pace, sit and rest when needed, double-check documents, and even enjoy a calm meal before boarding. If everything runs smoothly, the extra time just feels like peace of mind. If something goes wrong, it's the cushion that saves your trip. Air travel isn't about just getting from point A to point B. It's about arriving safely without unnecessary strain. And the smartest seniors know it is always better to wait at the gate than to sprint through the terminal in panic. So now you know, these are the 12 serious airport mistakes seniors are still making, mistakes that can ruin a trip, cause delays, or even put your health at risk. But avoiding them puts you ahead of most travelers and gives you the freedom to enjoy stress-free flying again. And before you go, let me leave you with this. Many seniors think the biggest danger at the airport is moving too slow or forgetting a document. But the truth is, the items inside your bag can be even riskier. In fact, there are 10 common carry-on items that could get you stopped, fined, or even arrested in 2025, and most travelers don't even realize they're breaking the law. That's the topic of my next video, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. So hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and keep watching, because your next trip may depend on it.